All right, welcome. This is Dan Maxwell Jr., CEO of Vertilex Global, and you can also find me over at danmaxwelljr.com. In this video, I want to share with you how you can generate a 5 to 10 solid, highly targeted leads for your coaching or consulting business. And we're going to do this using LinkedIn. Um, and I know a lot of people are familiar with LinkedIn, but there are also a lot of people who are really not familiar with the power of LinkedIn. And so I'm going to show you one strategy that I have used. As a matter of fact, I used this strategy and it generated 400 plus leads, highly targeted leads in the last 7 days. And I'm going to show you some of that. The challenge now I have is following up with those leads, and I'm going to get that doing and get some help. But with this strategy, your problem will no longer be leads, but it's actually following up with these leads because you will have more leads than you can personally handle. So let's get into it. And what we're going to do is to leverage LinkedIn events and LinkedIn polls. These are two separate tools that LinkedIn has as part of the platform. Now, I do have a premium account, and I don't know. I cannot say whether you have access. I believe you still have access to these, even with a basic account or a free account. But I do have a premium career account, which is $29 a month. But you can also try it with the free account, and I believe you can still do it with a free account. So when you come to your homepage, this is my homepage on LinkedIn. You want to come to network. So when you click on network, now just so you know, I live in Liberia and this is in West Africa, and internet quality is not as great as you guys will have it in Europe, some parts of Asia, or North America. So you got to bear with me on that one. But aside from that, yeah, we're gonna get through with this now. Okay, this is a little strange. It shouldn't take this long to load. Okay, we're there. So when you click on network, you see manage my network, and in my case here, you see online events for you. Now, LinkedIn is recommending events for me because AI, the system recognizes that I'm very active in events, and I join a lot of events and I create events for myself. So they're recommending events that they believe I may be interested in. So here you have events. You can click on this, and we'll click on it later, but I want to talk about these ones that I recommended here. You can click on this and it will show you the events that you're a part of and the ones that you have created. But when you come here, you can also click see all, and it will show you different events that they recommend for you. So let's say you want to target nonprofits, okay? Nonprofit founders. Maybe you're a nonprofit consultant like I am. My major at Vertilex, we have spent the last 10 years supporting NGOs in Liberia and other parts of West Africa. And so that's our primary specialty, helping NGOs grow using business strategies. So in that case, this is a place, this is an event that will be of interest to me. So I can now come here and click attend event. Now what's interesting is because this is an event for, it says what, get grant ready, action steps for nonprofit startups and nonprofits, you're sure that majority of the people who are going to be in this event are people who are connected to nonprofits, nonprofit founders, maybe nonprofit board members, or high level staff in nonprofits. So what you want to do is you can click on networking, and LinkedIn allows you to see every single person who's attending this event. Now, whether you're connected to this person or not, you could message them. And this in itself is still an effective strategy. This is the cold outreach, but it's a targeted cold outreach. But this is not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is a more effective strategy that allows you to call your highly targeted people to you. So I'll come here and say, go back to the home of the event. And here it allows you to invite your personal connections. I'm not interested in inviting my connections. What I'm interested in is right here. It says start a conversation in this event. So whatever conversation I start here is going to be specific to the people who are signed up to attend this event. So what I want to do, and this is where the second tool comes in. LinkedIn has a tool called polls. Create a poll. So I want to create this poll. Now, in my own case, I help nonprofit founders scale their nonprofits using exponential business strategies. I help nonprofit founders secure revenue generating streams outside of grants. So I want to think about a question that I could ask that will allow the people in this group to self-identify as people who are interested in what I have to offer. So I could come up and say, would you be interested in learning how to generate funding for your business without writing grants proposals or hosting fundraisers? That's that's the question that comes to my mind right now. Okay, you could think about it. I could think about it in a more effective way, but let's use this as an example. So with this question, all I do here is to say yes or no. A simple question like this. Click done. Once the poll is created, you have to post it in the group, and to post it in the group, you have write something that will allow people to be interested in it. So you say, have you ever considered, or have you considered leveraging digital marketing to fund your nonprofit without the need to chase donors? Now I'm doing this off the cuff of of the cuff of my head, off the top of my head. And so this may not be the most effective questions, but you get the idea. And based on what your offer is, you can actually structure your questions properly. So when you post this in this group, based on how active people have been in this group already, people are going to start to respond. And when they respond, you see here where it says 0 votes. As people respond, you can see what their responses are, whether it's yes or no. Those who say yes, for example, to this, obviously they are now highly targeted, warm leads. They have answered, they have engaged with me, and the fact that they've said yes, I can go to them. So let me show you how this has helped me. I want to go to my notifications because I believe I may have notifications here to that effect. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this says your poll has closed. I want to go to this poll has closed. Okay, so let's see this one. Okay, so this is a poll that I did that have 40 votes. I have some that's gotten 75, 100 responses. All right. So I just asked the question, what happens if you had to immediately take 2 months off from your business or NGO? This was the poll question, and there are four options. It will thrive, it will survive, it will decline, it will crumble. And I said, are you designing a business or NGO to run itself? Could it go without your physical involvement for X amount of time? And 40 persons voted. Now, this is where it gets interesting because LinkedIn allows you to see how people voted and who voted. 7% said their business will thrive even if they're not there. 18% says it will survive. 13% says it will decline, and 2% say it will crumble. Now, these are the people now that are warm leads because I can engage them now in a further conversation. Why do you think your business will or your nonprofit will survive? Will it actually survive? Because in reality, people think that if things are stagnant or things are stable, then it's okay. But the reality is things are always moving forward. So if your organization is not growing, you're actually falling behind because other people are growing and they're going to soon pass by you. So people may think that their organization will survive in their absence, but in reality, it will fall back because it is not growing. And the fact that it's not growing means that other people are catching up and passing by them. So these are people that I can engage in direct conversations. Now, what happens is some of these people, if when the person falls within your first and second level connection, you can immediately message them from within the pool. But you could also, if they are not, like a lot of these people are my third level connection, so I can simply click on that person's profile. So I hit control on a PC, control click so that it opens a new window. Again, understand where I come from, my network speed. And I can just come here now. Because they're my third level, you have to click more, and then I can send a connection request to them and connect. I can add a note. Hey, Sadi. Ooh, what happened? Something happened. All right. Anyway, so you see that part. Now I want to go back to. So this is how I've identified 33 good leads to follow up with. Now I want to go back to my home screen here and show you the next step. So if people, okay, so my network is actually where I want to go to. And show you how I use this further. I've already shown you some leads from a direct pool, but I want to go further and show you something else. So I want to come to events here and show you what I did in one of the events that I was a part of. And where is it? This one. So I attended this event. There were over 25,000 persons that attended this event. And what I did was simply to come in here and say, what would you like your next webinar to be about? Because this was a webinar that 25,000 persons attended. And I just asked a simple question. What would you like your next webinar to be about? Leading with integrity, building high performance organizations, or achieving personal goals? And you can see here that 75 persons voted. 31 persons said they want to lead with integrity. 24 said they want to build high performing organizations. And 20 said they want to achieve personal goals. So what I did was I combined these two over 55 persons said, lead integrity and build high performing organizations. And so I created an event of my own. And I said, how leading with integrity creates high performing organizations. So I created this event based on the feedback from that poll. Now, this is my own event. And then I went back into that event and invited people to this one. All of the people who responded to my poll signed up here, and then more. So by leveraging the results from that poll, I created my own event, and now I have 255 persons signed up. Now, each of these persons in my event, I can go to and message directly. Okay, so these are all warm, highly targeted leads, and look at it. Look at the profile of the people: roving program operations manager, CEO, CIMA qualified accountant, project coordinator, funder and executive director, performance auditor. These are all mid to high level leaders in their organizations, and these are the people that I want to target. So this is how, and this happened within a space of 7 days. If you do this right, you will get at least 10 persons responding to your pool, and you create an event. So let's say you're a health coach and you want to target high performing leaders. You can do that by finding groups where you think they're going to be in already. You do a poll so that people initially self-identify, ask a question on what they want to learn, and then you create a webinar or create an event where you teach what they want to learn. Now, you could do a live event, or you could actually do a pre-recorded video, and you create an event and send people to your pre-recorded video. You could also use this as a means of building your email list. So in another video, I'll talk more about the technicalities of this, how you can actually take people from this event to your webinar if it's on another platform, or to a pre-recorded video that also helps you build your email list. I hope this helps and gives you some idea. Drop some questions in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll be glad to answer them. And I'll also drop in my LinkedIn profile down there below. If you want to connect with me personally, I accept all connections, and we can have a further conversation on how you can leverage this strategy to build your coaching and consulting practice. Until next time, my name is Dan Maxwell Jr., and you have a blessed one. Take care.